be selfish. Spend the summer nights on the rooftop. We could be living, staying up late until the moon drops. We could be gone winning. The Dojo.
Alright, you ready, B?
Ready when you are. Ready, I'm ready.
How many episode, man?
It's probably 10.
Aye,
8.
8. I think you're 8. You're 8 in the Dojo
When I keep ourselves
podcast.
designing.
Give Mama too. Is that one of ours?
That the queen that
Yeah.
Kimbona kill mabana happy. I will put you out.
Is it? Oh, that's dope, man.
I was like, how can one this man unkile logo off the shelf somewhere? I reka. It's actually a shit. Janu, I'm telling her, Aramaka. You like?
Alright.
You know, look at me. You know, I wrote this song. Nigga, you lie.
Alright. Get the Dojo season 19, episode 8.
It's episode 8. Yeah, I thought
Yeah,
it's 10.
it's
It
episode-
would have been 10.
Had what not happened?
I don't know. It's only 1 week we've skipped, which was last week.
Yeah, it's episode 8.
It's episode 8. Okay.
Yeah. Who's on fella? Dinta?
You sharp munana.
No, ke tsona. Ke tshaba ho botsa ka mona na hore ho jwang.
Why?
I feel like se re jwetsuwe hore ho jwang. Ho jwang bale?
Ho sharp modise.
Ho sharp. Ho sure ho sharp. Hai. Ka ha ho bonagala ho sharp man. Ka re bophelo bo itshetlehile.
But we will take that as your official answer. Yeah. We got shit to plug? Top of the show?
Yes. We got shit to plug.
And to sell.
Yes. First up, right? 2nd of May, the Playground, Bromfontein, Y2K99 Fiasco edition.
Yes,
Going
please.
down. Get your tickets. Early birds are out. 150 Rand a piece. They're gonna end soon because they're fast selling out. Once
Yeah.
that phase is done, it'll about 250.
The
As soon as they run out.
okay, cool.
Yeah. Since it fella, there's a set number that
Okay. Leather bundle was also
the bundle is also discounted in the early
even
bird.
further.
Yeah.
Okay, sharp. I think people take advantage of that, especially when about the 15-20. Yeah, man, join us. If the last one was anything to go by, you know it's a good vibe.
Yeah.
Fashion, nostalgic music. Looking forward to it. We've confirmed Festas. We've confirmed Zendi.
Yes, we got Yuri, we got
got
Al the
Yuri.
Third,
We got
we got Bujina,
Bujina.
we got Costa,
We got Costa.
we got
Kimamfana Vatos. Vatis.
Vati,
Solvati.
Solvati.
The homie. Yeah.
Yes.
We might add 1 or 2 more.
There's more coming, yeah.
There's more coming. Eh?
There's more coming, so be on the lookout. But get your tickets so long, man.
Yeah. And support us, man.
I'm not.
Was there some people that have been? There's some people that have been showing us love.
Yes, man. Actually, yes. I wanted to thank those people. I think Gang Digitals.
Gang Digitals.
On Instagram.
Shout out, homie.
Yeah.
He runs.
That was really great. He runs like these throwback Insta videos.
He calls them kitchen mess, ne? Kitchen studio. He calls them kitchen something.
Is it?
Yeah, the
I'm
name
not sure.
of the he calls it.
I'm not sure. Yeah,
Kitchen
but
house
his
or
handle is
something.
Gang Digitals.
Yeah.
Shout out, man. Shout out. Really appreciate it. The other one is Y2 Legends.
The
They
Quite Legends
post,
page.
They post like old videos of Y2
Quite
tracks.
they pay homage, and we're gonna have a dedicated Quite set vel.
Of course. And then the other one is
The other
Letolo.
one, Letolo.
Yeah, Letolo.
aka Daddy Let's,
Yes, Daddy Let's on TikTok, man.
Yeah.
He also helped us out.
showing us love.
Thanks a lot to those guys for posting our shit. It does not go
Unnoticed,
and
unappreciated,
Yeah.
and all other people that we may not be aware of, because I'm sure there's a lot of people that share our things on the WhatsApp, our posters.
Yes. My brother's friend did as well. Kitu Mibi Tolahai.
Yeah.
He did a nice medley
Yeah.
on Facebook yesterday.
Oh,
that
yeah,
he-
show us,
that he
that-
tagged
that's
me
lovely.
on. So shout out to him.
Nantwana
And
Takasi.
then all the people that are reposting, man.
Yeah,
People that are
yeah.
reposting, people
In
that
our
are posting.
personal- in our personal-
Mutlatsi, you know,
Japan has
Matela,
been showing us
you
love.
know, yeah, man.
Yeah.
I really appreciate it. The retweets, the reposts,
Yeah.
the shares,
We may not say all the names, but
All that.
we really appreciate it.
all that.
Especially for people that even know they're not even gonna come and they still do it.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. Kasi mona yo ntwana tse ba ya stop me na. And they posting wabo.
Hey,
Can you get ntwana like 22-year-olds
bye Bonekai.
they follow me like
Oh.
then go be yeah get He always helps us out.
Yes,
so
yes.
ufafatsa taba.
Oh,
So it's always love. So bare ke tlo ba lata. So yeah, shout out to my hood man.
yeah,
Where we
man.
coming live from, by the way.
Actually, we coming live from 1355, right?
Yeah, we're chilling in the hood. It's gonna be nice. Now So yeah, man. That's the event plug. We've got another plug. That's been sponsoring our episodes for the last 2 episodes. FVCK.
FVCK.
www.fvcklifestyle.co.za. Yeah, they've been trying to push. Obviously, we are into winter. So last time they were doing the Chakala suit, 2-piece tracksuit.
Yeah.
Now they're doing like a nice ladies one. I want to get it right because it's a brushed fleece zip up tracksuit. Cherry, very nice, velvety.
Oh, it's not unisex.
Well, you want to get cherry because they only got it in female models.
Okay.
I could be wrong, but it looks that way to me. But like when you're doing like lounge wear, kapa also sexy,
You know, it gives those vibes. Remember those tracksuits that girls used to like? Give velvet, take up, I guess.
Hey, such a low, yeah.
What happened to those?
Yeah.
They just
And then they need a masepa.
Mvana.
Oh, need a masepa. Because
Huh.
they are need color.
You know, like a writing across the bum.
Yeah.
I remember those.
Yeah, man, check it out. I think a 2-piece goes for $849 because the Chakalas one was going for $999. So this
Yeah.
one goes for $849. Yeah, maybe get the cherry fella. That's why it's $849.
Yeah. In a little softinyana ba
Yeah,
ba te.
Babu Velvetinyana, ne.
Yes,
Check them
yes.
out, man. FVCK Lifestyle.co.za. Shout out to them homies. Yeah, man. Harry it's a new week. We apologize. We did apologize for not dropping an episode last week because it was Easter, and this pod is religious.
When it tries to be.
Not the pod. That's it. Kana mfana ushuleni referring to Jesus.
You know, Nikiwala Mutlatsi.
Eh?
I can't remember what I'd said. And then he said something, yaore. Like I was being sacrilegious
Yeah.
by saying something
Yeah.
during Easter. Ba? And then I got something got Judas. Karma, actually, we never really got Judas' side of the story.
At home.
Good?
Judas' side of the
Yeah.
story.
Yeah. I've got something to say about that. Yeah.
We never got Judas' side of the
we
story.
got the. We only
know?
have Jesus' side of the story.
But technically we did because he brought back the gold, I get it. Was it silver? He brought it back, I get it. So technically that's
Who did
you
he give it
saying
to?
They didn't take it, but he brought it back to the people that he sold Jesus out to.
Okay.
Because
Yes,
then
yes.
he had a change of heart after he betrayed him. And it's
Yeah.
should
Oh,
le mali being assigned the way.
Oh, he returned the loot.
Yeah, he tried to return the loot.
They didn't
And
accept
then
it.
they're like, nah, bruh. So enzile.
Because I'm thinking, hey, nala tseba gore magomana kgotlaetse jwang?
Yeah, nna kgotlaetse.
What if they had, the homie mama them?
Then why did they give him money? Why did they give him? Was it silver pieces or was it gold pieces?
That's
Hey,
gold, I
re
think.
tla fa tšhelete wa bona ho
But to threaten you to do it.
ho etse.
Yeah.
We don't really know what drove that man to go and do that.
But we do. I just explained that he came back and tried to
But that's
undo it.
but that's regret. But we don't know hore ke eng e la etsa hore.
Hey.
It's
What's
the
the
prospect-
driver?
Hey,
the
we don't
prospect
know.
of-
We don't know that man's side of the story.
spending this money with bitches, bruh.
How children? The ribwa during the week, Linton Spanelang. Aye, sometimes when you rappel and feel, aye, we need to normalize telling Mudim Phela usho mafuna silalela usathane. Usho mafuna silalela usathane. Usitshele simcele naye.
Ngisincenga.
And naye uyasifuna. Usitshele phela mafuna.
Wabatla le. And then we never got his side of the story.
That's right. That's what
We never got his side of the story. Everything is just one-sided. So utla fela ka mfana. Oh, dintshitse. Ha re tsebe go ka hi. Go na mana ba Kenya o dimura ba motebe.
Ba foleni nje.
Una tenwe ke. And ba mo kentse. They did something, those people to piss that nigga off.
He was just sick of all the singing, man.
He kala masepa. Kala masepa. Kwatela ba motebe.
You mustn't say things like that because like we need to think going to heaven is a nice thing. It's like a reward at the end of a hard life. So if there's people that are enough of heaven, that doesn't.
Yeah.
It's not encouraging.
Yeah.
We're overcrowded.
Yeah, but you are right, Mudisi, because you know they've said history is always written by the victors, right? And victors like victimizing themselves. You know, so like they were victims and then
and then they conquered.
So what they do then is that not telling the whole story or leaving out certain things means what you told is not. It's partially true because not the whole truth.
So are you saying? So you're saying there's lots of embellishment in the story.
Sensitive commission.
No, let's not go down this road, please, guys. Please, let's not do this.
But anyway, okay, I'm making it's probably a sensitive or insensitive example, but generally, there's a cause and effect.
No, I'm saying
that's why let them fana anedi mukamandela la ba mjagisa difapana. They don't really say. They don't really say what that nigga do to piss them niggas off. Bye kare ne ba mjalla ka ha. Magana mano fahle muso ka hlabathi. And niggas weren't happy about it. Fahle muso ka hlabathi but they don't say that.
Actually,
yes.
It's like you know, like the torture stories are apartheid. Yes, it was cruel, ne? But when they say what did that nigga do? We understand it's wrong. Until you know how serious that shit is. That's a serious cry. So normalize hearing two sides of the story.
You gotta hear. You know, maybe y'all might wanna hear out Hitler. And
that narrative is gaining momentum actually. Actually, that nigga.
Let's double click,
man.
Click.
There was a guy. No, next panel media. So he was a doctor. He came to. It was a function. No, I think it was after work drinks. So I had a doctor. No, you know, as doctors, they have, no matter how invasive whatever brought you to the room is, you mustn't ask questions that make the client feel you're invading their privacy.
Okay.
So how can I team, you know? I'll tell you by twinty the bone. You know, like the code of ethics. Fuck it. My intrusive thoughts were I'm more Raymond. Because it was close.
That's what husbands do.
This thing is close range. Hangata, the wound side the bone. It's usually like yeah, like why would somebody aim for the palm on a man? You see what I'm saying? It just doesn't. Babo, it was close range. He chose to shoot you on your bums. I'm not money what I'm saying. I don't know money. Tunyas bonus. I would can't do about that. Ubuza ngento seyinqapha. Abamisa ER. So normalize hearing both sides of the story.
Yeah, man,
Except
gotta
it's
hear.
the wrong side.
No.
Gotta hear everybody's side, man. Judas, Lucifer, all them niggas.
Sis, what's been happening this week?
A lot, man. A lot. I think the first bombshell
Yeah.
was the IPID report.
On Palapala.
Palapala.
Yes. Oh shit. Yes.
Yeah. IPID, Independent Police Investigative Directorate. Yeah, they released a report raising serious concerns about police conduct and accountability in SA. But I feel like that's already been a running theme since the ad hoc and the Madlanga commission. But it further, how can it say, it confirms the rumors that we were hearing around how that whole matter was dealt with.
Yes.
Especially surrounding the fact that those people, the people who conducted the raid or who stole the money, were rumored to have crossed the border into Namibia,
and they got there, yeah.
that they were pursued
in
to
cahoots with
Namibia,
the previous president, by the
that
way.
there was an official in Namibia that was in
facilitated.
contact, that was facilitating this thing. So, and then there's a general and a Ki constable. What are the Ki constable?
Lieutenant.
I think it's
Colonel.
I feel like there's another one.
There's a colonel.
I think he constable.
Brigadier.
No, I think it's a constable, but I don't know. But anyways, so these guys, they were like the main players in facilitating this whole thing. So they ran like a external investigation, an independent investigation using SAP's resources.
Okay. Which was an illegal process.
Which was an illegal process, and how they pursued these guys, the surveillance that they were doing. There was a trip that they took to Cape Town where
There was a balling.
No, where they were surveilling one of the suspects.
Okay.
But when they wrote it in the logbooks to explain the expenditure, they said that they were meeting the president.
Oh.
And there's no record of any official meeting
On his calendar,
and
yeah.
it was during COVID as well. Until that man who Cape Town, so the flights, the accommodation, that money he's taken out the suspect. There's also allegations that illegal cross-country transit, which is the Namibia thing, and the Namibian official that was in contact with them. And so it's like, but the funny thing about this whole thing, Kore, of all the reports that come out, Cyril is never implicated.
Directly,
Like it has to do with him, but there's nothing that links him.
Directly, yeah.
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 I don't know if Kibo Shalaba High or just the people around him. Yeah. Like nothing links, but like who on whose orders would you go pursuing this money on?
Yeah. Because there's no direct, yeah.
Longwe ke mang? Ke tjhelete ya mang?
Marakere monga yona ended up opening or does uphethe echazi bana uyibelwe muslimali
Ubani?
even though it was after the fact. Cyril.
Yeah, boo. What we are saying already, to recover it through illegal means, there's nothing that links him directly to say,
To the illegal
"Ke
act.
bana."
Yeah.
It's just a foregone conclusion that they were acting on his
At
instructions.
behest, yeah.
But there's no email, there's nothing that says, whereas
Cyril
Kazuma, Hopola ministers were saying, the man was saying, please go see the Guptas and how you can help them. But with Cyril, you never get like a direct.
Yeah, nobody ever says Cyril told us to.
Yeah.
When you break the law in an attempt to catch a criminal that has broken the law,
Yeah.
does the fact that the criminal's crime is bigger than yours negate?
No.
No, it doesn't
No, it
negate
doesn't.
it, but it can throw the case out.
Yes.
When you try him based on evidence that you collected using an
Illegal
illegal
means.
process.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that could get the case
Thrown out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is that what we want? Is that what?
Because I was when ityala
Yeah.
to pursue ityala. You can't pursue ityala ngetyala.
Kaloku eli lami lincinci compared to
No.
eli
That's
That's
why I
how
had
did you then? How did you collect this evidence?
But the gravity of your crime is
That's for the law to decide.
no. The law is decided. We know that your crime is bigger.
No, how do you know? How does the law?
Like maybe I bugged your phone. That's the crime I committed.
Yeah.
You killed someone.
Yeah.
Obviously, your crime is bigger than my crime.
Not necessarily.
But I just said,
It is. The crime is bigger, but it doesn't absolve you from the bugging
Yeah,
of the phone.
so the murderer can get away
because I bugged his phone.
because
He could get acquitted.
he could get acquitted.
But sometimes you couldn't not.
Yeah.
It'll depend
It
on whether it's in
depend on
the
the
interest of
aggravating
justice or not. Yeah.
circumstances, yeah.
But it compromises the case.
Yeah, it does a lot.
How whole. I think even there was the thing, the Zuma tapes
Yes,
that were obtained illegally.
illegally. Yeah,
And those tapes were declared inadmissible.
yeah.
I think.
But what they helped him with was to win the political battle, not the legal battle.
It was a politically
Yeah,
motivated.
yeah, it was a politically
which it
motivated.
was.
Yeah. So now the branches knew. So it didn't matter what the court say, but now they know no. The man was so yeah. So if you suspect that I'm cheating, rather dump me.
Yeah. Hey, Hungata, in that report, there's death during police operations, deaths in police custody, allegations of torture, assault, corruption, misconduct by the officers. So it's basically things that have been coming up.
Yeah.
And then now you get to asking yourself, if the police are this corrupt, man,
Yeah.
who do you
Trust. Who do you trust?
And like these are big cases.
yeah.
So nahana ka sakanyana tsinyenyana or maybe like ba o kenetse ka tlu. And o kenetse ke motho e le goreng ke eng o patala maponisa. Wena o zama lo report. Case ya teng ha ona mo ifella.
yeah.
And you don't have any like ke tsona ntho tse le tsosang sense.
Yeah.
Ha ona ntho, ha ona. Ke le phela masepa man.
Ma uinja yes.
And I want to be clear now, commander. I have to say.
Ma yazi lo putlona.
Yeah, or like there's no trust in the police. Yeah.
Yeah, so like when I like saka ya how
I think I'm so glad I'm safe.
Silelo. Utela ni fetele.
la mtsebanto o na la o teng o ntete ba ke search a rata mahlalenyana so a re no dula di sabapo
Okay, on TikTok.
ha tswa o sengola
You know,
dula dinonyane lona e ba pipi solo
Vimba, bamba.
ay
Namaskola transport.
yeah le phela
Malu.
mo sons
You know, like Ntobuankana is true because I think everybody knows you as a person, you are a total sum of what society is like generally, right? The only problem is that when your transgressions are at the level of your lifestyle or whatever, like you,
roadblock
but the sooner you become, kukenya motho spanning because you've got an authority as na then when you get to the number one office, like he's a president. He's a president. Ne? The only problem I think is, you know, like when women like to say, I may accept that haona monna sa sebeng. Be that as it may, ke ska o baka o seba. Isn't Oscar seba? Because those are two different things.
No, because if I say ngakbak, it means I'm saying I'm okay with you doing it.
No. Yes. No, you are not okay. You'll never be okay with it. Nobody's okay with corruption. But I'm saying what? The way the world functions, we understand because even at our own level, there's a level of indiscretion that we conduct ourselves to advance certain things, to move certain things in our lives. It's still unacceptable. But I am saying, when you're in the highest office, even though I know that can happen, what I want is that when then don't insult our intelligence further.
I need to.
Don't tell me
Because
don't
as
tell
a
me the
society,
buffaloes were never
only way-
collected.
The only way we can function as a society is if I lie to you and I insult your intelligence. Because if I come to you and say to you, I'm now where I'm born and now
No. No, what I mean is that let's take Palapala. What happened is something that we think with all presidents it happens. All presidents it happens. But now, in covering up the story, we are now even more mad at how you are covering that mess. You can't say now these things were not collected. You can't say Orexite. You can't say my defense that I'm a game ranger or whatever. I trade in these things. So why were they not collected?
Tabang, I need to insult your intelligence. I can't come to you with a logical explanation. I need to teach you like a fool for us to be able to function as a society.
No, you could have made somebody eat the case, Kunklum. You could have made somebody eat the case. That would have been better.
How so?
20 ate the case, guy ML. They had to send him. So to the public, there was a semblance of justice. Okay. The man was the first MP to go to jail. But they may have had their own agreements because after he came out from jail, he was still taken care of. So I'm saying, it went and involved, on top of the illegality, so many other wrong things now happened.
Hey, bro, it's $40 million, bro. Oh, how much was that?
Yeah, it's
240, no?
Back 500. Yeah, 500 USD.
Hey, that's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, it's almost 20 mil.
Are you not pursuing a nigga across the border for that?
Yeah.
You got him, bro.
It's just that what I'm saying already. That's what we're he when fit.
But nothing links me still.
It's denying it till the end. Because the minute Azod Fagabanya Bantu for them to eat a charge, then it's just another loose end that he has to come back and tie later. So rather the simplest, easiest lie that is going to just undermine society and then we can move on.
Do you guys think there comes a point where the castle comes crashing?
No.
Like this thing that supposedly Cyril has built.
No.
Is there a point where it comes crashing
I
down?
think what's happening in South Africa now is it's actually very interesting because when you look at legally, most people are going through shit, and this might actually be a DA's win. Malema is facing shit legally. Come up, yabo mfana, yabo kunene libonto. Care about who to ba phone na dikebe kwa kai. Now this happens at when all the madlanga thing is happening. Ne? So now what you are seeing now with the political elite, John is getting got go DA, get the credit card. He's not in the running for them. Go like all the major politicians are seeing shit. So what they're not gonna do, I think, they will find a political situation in which all of them, as the political elite, still win. The same thing with the Epstein files. So if you look at the Epstein files, if you look at the people that are implicated across business, academia, now you've got a war in Iran. So that Americans have a distraction. Netanyahu is actually facing a re-election and a trial that was postponed due to the war. So the political is going to be like, guys, yes, people want justice, but we are all the architects of this shit. And the parliament has 400 members. We rule over fucking 60 million people. We will find a solution. They're going to find a solution. Actually, Mkhunu just got back into the fold. Mkhunu is back in the NEC. After the suspect, he's back. Because he knows something. The man akasim lahlelita sabas. The DNA were all over Palapala. Now they're at GNU. They're like, okay, cool. There's a part of us that we know it makes us look like we are complicit, but there's something that we gain politically by gaining the Ministry of Home Affairs. That's why I got the whole Cape Town thing now you are seeing what they are doing with the property. So the price that the DA paid is that we know we're going to be complicit to this corruption, but it's the only way we can gain entry into governance so that we can find more shit that we can actually influence or trap the ANC with. When you are Masai, I'll fail.
So but somebody was saying some of the information that went into the drafting of the IPID report was a report that was released by Mkhwebane. Yeah. So everything just sort of like alludes to Cyril because he fired her while she was busy compiling that thing.
Yes.
Kanti she's already slipped it to IPID.
And that's how Zuma also learned Halalona Lento, Limbeki, will actually the tapes.
So what he was trying to avoid
Has already happened.
she ended up doing anyway.
Yeah, she ended up doing anyway.
But akho ndizokwenzeka.
Well, these two implicated individuals, they'll fall. But not Cyril.
Yeah, Pascal is on his way out anyway. He's got nothing to lose anymore.
But that's where you're the most vulnerable. Because once you stop being head of state,
Yeah,
it's like take Putin.
yeah.
If Putin steps down, that's his ass.
It depends though.
Then he'll be tried for all this shit, and that's why he needs to
Yeah.
around him.
So that the next person must be sympathetic to him, the next leader.
Hey.
You know?
But if you put him on trial, he's gone.
Yeah. That's why a lot of political battles hang out, which is what was happening at Zuma Limbek, is that it's very difficult to get a president caught, a previous president caught. So that's why hang out.
A sitting president.
Yes. Even the previous.
Look what they're doing to Zuma.
Yeah, but they still haven't got him. That's something, it's not easy.
But that man has been aged.
Yeah,
But he went to jail.
yeah, but
But
it's not easy. But look at when Charles Taylor was like the Liberian president, Bamchako ICC, what, he still beat that shit. Because I think the presidents know a lot. It's not easy to. The only president that I know.
But they can get God, bro. Look
Yeah.
at this Mabuto nigga. He ran away.
Yeah, but it's hard. We've got very few cases.
And in fact, they tried him in absentia. Did they not?
Yeah, but it's a say,
And then look what they did to Kabila.
Kabila is in absentia.
He's in exile
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
They came for him.
yeah. But it's never easy. It's never easy. So that's why it's my turn to do the shit. Let's move on. It's very hard.
Hi. The other thing that we had in the headlines, SACP deciding to contest elections independent.
What?
Local elections, SACP.
Blade. I haven't seen Blade in a while on the news.
Yeah, so for
Is he
the
still a
first time,
minister?
I don't know if he's still a minister.
Of education.
Of education.
Him and I haven't heard of
should
Blade
be.
in a minute.
I
Of
mean,
higher education, he
Yeah.
should be.
Because in low or engineering lower education.
Well, he's Science and Innovation. Minister of Science, Technology and Innovation.
Yeah.
He's still a minister.
Still a minister.
Still a minister.
You know this guy was AFP. He deflected.
who? Blade?
Blade from AFP.
I don't know that.
From AFP.
I don't know that.
It's from AFP.
Gogo uthi ka amakomani run local elections now.
Is it the proposal or it's gonna happen?
So they're saying that they prepare to contest local elections independently rather than campaigning inside the ANC.
Okay.
Yeah, so it signals the end of this tripartite
With Satu.
alliance, yeah. Well, it's ANC Kosatu.
Kosatu, sorry.
Yeah. So, I don't know. In practice, they've never really stood in their own electoral force, but they have a lot of people
Yeah.
around them. So it would be quite interesting to see, especially considering the fact that ANC has lost a lot of ground.
Yeah.
Has been losing ground in the
Yeah.
past elections.
Yeah.
So what's going to happen when the
But now
SACP
this
starts?
is further splitting the vote, Nje.
Yeah.
That is further splitting the vote.
But SACP won't go anywhere without the NC. Because you see, the other thing about elections, guys, is you need a machinery more than popularity. You look at because if you think about it, Kosatu, with numbers alone, they've got the numbers, but they don't have the machinery. They don't have the capital. In fact, their stand is always against capital. Then you look at the DA. With
They've got the capital. That union money, nigga.
No. When I say capital, what I'm saying is that I mean like because they're anti-capital, their stance in terms of
you mean like
media, funding, and whatnot.
I mean, Bossa and who else?
That's my point. Because
But
they are
they're-
pro-capital.
Okay.
That's my point. They are pro-capital.
Yeah.
So they get given money to have an anti-communist narrative.
Yeah, it'll be
So
interesting.
media won't cover them. It will cover their scandals. Havana machinery. Havana like a charismatic leader.
So do you think that the influence will always depend on the ANC?
Yes. And about don't get ANC fats. Even with my disillusionments with ANC, I never had them off. ANC is a machine, bro. ANC is a machine. Yeah, ANC is a machine. Manale matata bona maar they are a machine and they still have capital. They can speak with a forked tongue, but ANC is a machine, bro. Mabana, like you know Kwete is a machine. Mantash, yeah, but he's a machine. That guy knows politics.
abana succession plan
Ikhona i-succession plan. Who's the deputy president?
uPaul
Hey, who's the SG?
hayibo uPaul ngathi akazulenza ixesha
Who's the SG?
ayingofikile
Yeah. That's the next president you're getting.
of South Africa
Yes.
ansoze thethe enye into sithetha londo
No, I'm just saying, don't say the round of succession.
but yabona
Ramaphosa.
rather
They've got, it's got a lot of people.
But do you think that this could lead like to a revival of, well, assuming that they do have a reliable voter base,
Yeah.
a revival of like left-wing politics? Because I kind of feel like EFF tried to carry that mantle,
Yeah.
but
It's tapering now.
yeah.
It's tapering.
Do you think it could be a revival of,
Nah.
and they haven't really stood at the forefront because their whole thing has been workers, right?
Yeah. Lela Mola is becoming very presidential.
hayi ndiyamthanda qha
Actually, I don't. But I'm fair. He's
I
done
like
well.
him. I like him.
I'm fair. He's done well.
He surprised me.
Yeah, he's done well. I have to be fair. He's done well.
that's why he surprised you
Yeah, he surprised me, Shem. He surprised me. You think in the thing? Yeah, I can't give my the Colin. But yeah, I don't see SSCP going anywhere.
Well, I guess we'll have to see
Yeah,
some numbers over there.
yeah. There are
I guess
numbers,
we'll have
but
to
numbers.
see.
Nah,
I guess a lot of members will have to choose where their primary loyalties lie, right?
yeah,
And that's the thing about like being politically involved or active is that your ideals that you thought you fought for or that you told us you fought for fall along the wayside as
For
soon as
sure.
you start tasting the money that comes with being an ANC insider.
yes.
All that shit you were talking,
Yes.
you forget it.
Yes.
Because tender ya 20 meter again is a digital flow.
You solve your generational problems.
Yeah. So now you're just paying lip service. Wabua fela ka mona. Mare hi utshwere
Yeah,
ke nyoko.
yeah, yeah.
Ke nyoko. Like if you look at a lot of these a lot of the guys, man, like nka be a jwang? You know a lot of people that you know are politically inclined.
Yeah.
Not all of them. In fact, I know very few of them who I can say, okay, you know what, this guy really believes and trusts in the movement. Né? But most of those that I know, back in politics, there's nothing ideological that this man can tell me. He's never stood for anything. All of a sudden, so little councillor,
Yeah.
Jiggy so speaker, I mean, Maspali.
So push us some shit.
Like you've never had. All you've been was
You've never even won a street debate.
precisely, but you've always been available
Yes.
to the seniors,
Yes, and this is the reward.
and this is the reward.
This is the reward.
so they just sort through
Yeah. That's
In
the
the go isleyo wena. Because now it seems like baze bafake lona rizikhansela. Ukuphi wena lekhathi bemfaka?
That's true.
No clever bakho bonke.
Yeah. That's why Rona. That's why like there was something that you were saying Hanere organized the event. Hore we every time we're in event mode we always lament hore the value chain, how it's structured, venues, barrets, it's at the floor, and then you were saying, okay, that's the lay of the land. Like wherever we're going, this is now what we are confronted with, which means it's us that need to change.
We need to adapt.
You see, it's us that need to change because we can't keep blaming these people. Like the black middle class, we keep saying it. We keep saying the politics are like this. We are called DA. Okay, cool. Actually, we realize how politicians are running. It's us that need to change.
What would that look like for us?
It may look like saying, instead of running away from politics.
Really? Yeah.
I think we've spoken about this. Hore. Let's not take your where you live now. Let's take Bethlehem. And we say, okay, cool. If you're to be a member, carry member at Bethlehem. Ne? And think about what you did with the body corporate. A lot of us buying into these estates. That's the one part we don't want to be involved in. But I complain about because those are politics. How we talk about laws that are anti-black or not black friendly, right? Until you realize, shit, this thing is not gonna change until I become a member of the trustees. But there's something that you have to give up for that. Right? You have to be available for the meetings, a lot of reading, the milawenya governance, the body siso, body in. That's what it takes. So now what happens then? What happens is that it means if there was a 10-member trustee, and you got to replace one, at least there's a 10% dilution of a black person. It's not a long way to go. It's still a long way to go, but there's a 10% voice of black people. Then somebody looks at you and say, this is next time, come in say 20%.
But you get corrupted.
Yeah.
As soon as you enter the system. That's what I'm saying. Like,
And then once you corrupt, then you want to gatekeep. You don't want the others to see. You are up.
But that's a different topic.
you get corrupted because once you taste the honey, it's hard to go back, man.
Yeah, but those are the cookies in the streets. But what I'm saying is that you're not going to be so corruptible without tabling all black agendas on the table. You may have come with 10 items, mara hey, in exchange, you still left about 6 items on the table still. So you won and blackness won. Hanyani.
Until it costs the blackness for you to continue eating, then you have to throw the black agenda under the bus.
Yeah, also what I'm trying to say is that I also feel like if we keep throwing all the number of excuses why we cannot change, then what is the path we're going to be on? It's like...
Because what I'm telling you, how the status quo is changing, right? So you need to adapt. And I feel like a lot of people, including the ones who may not have joined the movement to eat something, they see this is just where the wind is blowing.
Yeah.
If I don't do it, somebody else is going to do it.
Yeah.
And I have no power to stop it whatsoever.
Yeah.
In fact, me trying to stop it guarantees that I get expelled.
Yeah. So it is the direct opposite.
Yeah,
so
so
in
it's
other words,
like
you join the rot.
If you can't beat them,
join them.
you join them.
Yeah.
At least I get paid.
Yeah. Yeah.
At least I get paid. We're not all bad. Some
Yeah.
are more bad than others.
Yeah.
But if I don't play this game, there's no way I stay. I don't stay in this thing. I don't stay in this
And
thing.
that's-
I either get killed or I get voted out.
Yeah, and that thing is scary. Yeah. Scary. Because I've often said this, Hore. We are the type of generation where You see, when we learn of our forefathers, we always like look at like their bravery, novelty, whatever. They were noble men, whatever. Like that's what we inherit from them. That's why, like, you know, like is to go, like, you know. But we are the generation where our kids are gonna say, "No tsuwa,
No le kae.
no tsuwa,
What were you doing?
no tsuwa."
Mara ka sutsi kaofela akere.
And when 20 nang, on only slim. Mapandi, kuri motho ene le tonkong for 15 years. O fitile ba kena parlamenteng.
Catch the rest of this episode on Patreon.
The Dojo.